Do you know how many these reports are?
No.
Lucky, what are you doing out of bed? Is something wrong?
Yeah, Dr. Drake is after my wife. But, thank you.
Dad? I can barely hear you. Why would you go to the Markham Islands when you know that they put a bounty over your head? No, just forget Holly. Get out of there while you still can. Hello, Dad? Oh.
Did Luke leave a forwarding address in the Markhams?
This is Alexis Davis. I'd like to speak to John Durant, please.
Go ahead.
I've given careful consideration to your offer, and I've decided to take the position of ADA.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that. Unfortunately, I'm not sure I want you anymore.
Everybody's inside waiting. You can see that?
Surprise! Happy birthday! How old are you?
Yeah. Seriously.
Your boys came up with this idea, so don't blow it for them, okay?
Okay, you were totally surprised.
You got that right.
Happy birthday, Dad.
We have a straggler.
Jason?
Hey, happy birthday.
Where's Jason? He's coming, right? Did you give him the invitation?
I did. I gave him the invitation, but he's in a meeting right now. I'm really sorry.
Hey, buddy, it's not because of you. Jason's not going to be coming around here anymore, okay? So I'll talk to you about that later, okay?
You're the last person that I'd be doing this with.
Well, I do what I can.
But it has to be kept a secret.
Look, I understand why you might be concerned.
Yeah, you're picking up on it, too.
Oh, Patrick Drake is incorrigible. He's hit on every woman in this hospital, but I assure you, your wife loves you.
I'm going over there.
No, you are not even supposed to be in that wheelchair, much less wandering around the halls.
Listen, I'm not going to sit here and watch this go down.
Lucky, if it makes you feel any better, Elizabeth has been shutting Patrick down ever since he first started this job.
So they noticed each other from the start.
You have nothing to worry about, I promise you. Come on, let's get you back in bed.
Oh, I can handle it.
Elizabeth. Yes. Lucky, he's just out of physical therapy. He could use your company.
Okay, I'll be there in a minute. Thanks.
Just couldn't stand that I was having a good conversation with a beautiful woman, could you?
Okay, that's my cue to leave.
No, don't leave on my account.
No, I have lab reports to deliver, and then I have a husband to see. Thanks.
She's obviously not interested in being another notch in your belt, so why don't you just leave her alone?
What's the problem? You obviously ran Elizabeth away so you could be with me. Now you're here, so what do you need?
Don't you ever stop? You just gave your father 60% of your liver, and then you pushed yourself so hard that I had to replace your sutures. Now, I would really appreciate it. All I'm saying is that you need to leave her alone. If she were interested in you, which she is clearly not, you're nowhere near ready to have sex.
Oh, so you've been thinking about that, too. Well, just so you know, I talked to the surgeon, and I'm good to go.
I've known Luke went after Holly in the islands all along. Your conversation just confirms it.
Well, then if my dad's really in the Markham Islands, what are you doing here?
Well, let's just say family commitments.
Now I know you're lying. Besides, why would my dad go to the one place he knows you want him to be?
Because all bets are off where Holly's concerned.
Yeah, isn't that funny that she called my dad and not you, and he went all the way over to the Markham Islands knowing that there's a bounty over his head?
You're accepting this awfully easily.
Oh, sorry, I'm not hysterical enough for you.
Well, I would have at least expected an attempt at sending me on a diversion. You know, like Dad copped the last train to Clarksville. Stuff like that there. You wouldn't be trying to set me up, would you?
Now why would I do a thing like that?
Because you're a Spencer. You wouldn't be just feeding me crap with all that stuff I might have been listening to at the door, would you?
Well, yeah, that's a possibility, but you're a highly trained professional with a secret government agency, and I'm just a high school kid flunking geometry. Why would I pull a fast one on you?
My offer's been on the table for months. You repeatedly turned me down. Why the sudden change of heart?
What is all of a sudden to you, Durant? Because I took time to deliberate? Because I took time to analyze the pros and cons?
You're right. It's an important job.
Exactly. So if you have a problem with my not jumping right in, then find somebody else. I've got plenty
How
of
can I be
things
sure that you're going to give my department and me 100%?
You know I always do, which is why you want me there in the first place.
Well, what if you're putting yourself in a position to protect your husband and his family?
A, my husband and I enjoy a good debate. B, you told me I'd never be in that position in the first place.
Oh, yeah? What position would you like to be in? Don't answer that. You've got the job.
When do I start?
Sweetheart, you've already started. They're putting your name on the door as we speak.
I don't get it. Jason's our uncle, and he's your best friend. So why can't he come to the house anymore?
It's business, buddy.
I get it. He's protecting you, like always, right?
That's right. Jason's doing something very difficult to protect your father.
Cardi, we're going to talk about this later.
What?
Yeah.
What's wrong with everybody?
Nothing's wrong. Why don't we get this party started? Go give your dad a big birthday hug. Go ahead.
All right.
Yes.
Hey, come here. Come here, you.
All right.
If you knew I was listening at the door, why didn't you try a little harder to sell the conversation?
Well, maybe if I would, if I was a really bad liar.
Point taken.
Anyway, I said a lot.
Yeah, that's if you were talking to Luke at all.
Well, you could try and grab my cell phone and check the number, but I don't recommend it because I would start screaming and then the stepwitch would come in and call the cops and say all sorts of terrible things, but you could try.
Could have been Dylan on the other phone. You know, maybe just pretending to be Luke.
Well, he does worship the ground my dad walks on.
Poor misguided youth.
Why didn't you grab my dad when you had the chance? Why did you buy into the whole wedding thing?
Well, I just didn't want to drag him off in front of you.
Either that or you had some sort of mental lapse.
Mental lapse?
It's okay. You know, my dad has them all the time. All old people do it. He thinks he's really clever, but he's really just not getting it at all, and I play along because I don't want to hurt his feelings.
Well, that didn't happen in this case.
Oh, no, I know. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. What? Somebody broke Holly out? When? Let me just throw this out there. The last visitor she had, was it a Dr.
Von Skimmerman.
Von Skimmerman, except he's a quack.
Is he okay?
Yeah, I'll take it from here.
Is my dad all right?
Well, he's definitely in the Markhams with Holly, but I guess we both knew that all along. And he's probably on the island still. Or maybe not. Knowing Luke, he could have taken her almost anywhere in the world.
Why do you even care what happens to Holly? I mean, she held the antidote for ransom. Robin could have died.
But she didn't.
So that makes it okay? Holly is selfish and treacherous, and she could possibly do anything out there and come back here and...
But she's beautiful, exciting, and a challenge. Especially to somebody as jaded as your dear old dad. Now, if you think he's in more trouble than he can possibly handle, why don't you help me find him?
If I was flirting with Elizabeth, why do you care?
Where do I start? It's unprofessional. It's practically harassment.
Elizabeth said I was harassing her?
No, she didn't say that, but it's obvious that you
Well,
were.
then why
always
are you
follow
getting
her around.
involved?
Because she doesn't need to deal with you along with all of her other problems.
Oh, yeah, she looked really upset to see me.
Fine.
Look, Sunshine.
Sunshine?
Well, you weren't exactly sweetness and light before, but you've gotten ridiculous since your father came back.
This has nothing to do with my
If
father.
you're upset with Robert, tell him instead of taking it out on everyone else.
Oh, like you did with your father?
I saved my father's life.
And you've done such a great job of repairing your relationship in the meantime.
Oh, I see. I should be more like you. Just confront everyone instead of admitting what's wrong.
There's nothing to admit because nothing is wrong.
Look, if you want a relationship with your father, then you just gotta go get it.
You know nothing about my relationship with my father.
Then let's talk about something that I do know. You and me.
I don't have time for this.
Look me in the eye and tell me what you've wanted me from the beginning.
You are an arrogant, insufferable pig.
And you still want to have sex with me.
You would think that, wouldn't you?
See, when you
You
react
are
like that
such
to my
an
question,
egomaniac.
that gives me all the power. Which is fine with me, but it would be a little bit better if it was more mutual.
Not a chance, buddy.
So take the initiative, stop finding fault with everyone else, and tell people what you think, what you want.
You can take that upstairs, second bedroom on the right.
Will you be moving in more furniture, sir?
No, that's it. It's for my son. He's going to be spending a lot of time here.
Michael! Come on! Come on, Michael!
Oh,
there he goes! Almost there it comes! Another one! There it comes! Oh! There it goes! Beautiful! Look at that! Watch it! Hey, there's plenty for everyone, all right? Get up. Sign him up.
Okay, why don't we go inside and get some cake? Come on, everyone in the living room. Come on.
Come on, little guy.
Go.
Let's go. Let's go. Beautiful. Hurry up. Let's go.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Wow. Here you go.
Marks, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Here you go.
Right. Hey, here's the birthday guy. Okay. All right. Happy birthday, son.
You have to make a wish.
Okay, I just, Albert, first of all, I want to thank everybody for coming. Mike, I'm proud that you could make this happen. I thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Daddy, did you make your wish yet?
Yeah. Everybody ready?
Yes. Hold on, hold on. You want to help? You want to help?
Look, watch this.
1, 2, 3.
Don't do that. Woo! All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Mike.
Bye, Mike.
It was a wonderful party. Thanks for inviting me.
Oh, can you do me a favor and give this piece of cake to Jason
Yes, I will.
and tell him that we missed him?
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Watch out. Happy birthday, Sonny.
Thanks, Sam.
Hey. Hi. Mwah. How are you? Hey, you. Hi. You have a good time? Looks like you guys had a good time. Happy birthday to you. It also looks like everybody's leaving. We don't want to overstay our welcome. You ready to go?
I don't want to leave.
You don't?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Hey, how about I give you a big piece of cake to take home with you and a bag of candy? It's gonna make it easier, right?
That'll do it, huh?
Hey. Listen, I want to tell you something before you find it out from somebody else.
Is this really the best time?
There is no good time. They're going to announce it this afternoon. Okay. I've taken the position of assistant district attorney, and I start immediately.
You're gonna be working with my dad. Wow, I can't think of two people more perfect for each other.
No,
Here you go, sweet pie.
no.
Hey, Letitia, can you help me with the kids getting their coats together and stuff?
Come on.
We gotta go. Party's over.
Yeah, 30 minutes.
Does the term party pooper mean anything to you? Hey, Marvin? No. I'll help you get.
Is there a particular reason you agreed to work with the Ray? I think it might complicate things. What do you think?
What doesn't? It's a very good career opportunity for me, and since you are no longer involved in criminal activity, I understand you've retired. I expect to see very little of you.
Yeah, that lousy backstabber. I'm sorry, I mean your father. Still here.
Come to take one last shot at me, have you?
It's good to see you too, Dad.
Well, actually, I had intended...
Will you just listen to me for a second? I believe that you are making a genuine attempt to reach out to me. You're trying, and I should have been more receptive.
Well, I'm glad you realized that.
I mean, I could continue to shut you out, but that wouldn't be fair to either of us.
I agree.
And, I mean, I must care about you somewhere in my heart because you make me so angry. So I'm willing to start where we are now, as problematic as that is. I want to try and have a better relationship with you. I mean, I'm willing if you are.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like that very much.
A messenger just dropped off your ticket to the Markham Islands. You leave in 1 hour.
Thanks very much. Appreciate your help.
Thank you, sir. Letter for Carly Corinthos.
I can sign for you.
Thank you.
Hey, why were you and Dr. Drake talking?
Patrick and I were discussing a patient.
Yeah, what patient?
Come on, I can't tell you that.
Oh, how convenient.
How did you even know I was talking to him?
Why? You didn't think you'd get caught, did you?
Caught? Like I wasn't doing anything wrong. Did you get out of bed without calling for
Why?
help?
You didn't think I could do it now, did you?
If you listen to the doctor's orders and stop pushing yourself, maybe you wouldn't be in this much pain. It obviously has you in a real charming
Yeah,
mood.
and you're ducking the question.
I have to finish my rounds. I hope you're feeling better by the time I get back.
Lucky. What was that about? She's not doing anything wrong.
Yeah. Maybe not yet, but you know what? There's gonna...
What?
Her and...
What? Relax. Listen, I can't imagine what kind of pain you're in right now, but finding reasons to accuse Elizabeth of who
You know
knows
what?
what
I
is
have
ridiculous.
every right to ask my wife questions.
Stop. I know you're frustrated about being stuck here. Okay? But stop imagining things that will never happen. Elizabeth loves you, okay? The situation is difficult for her as well.
Yeah, you can really see she's suffering.
Did you hear anything I just said? You need me to remind you how much you love that woman?
I opened my heart to you and you're leaving within the hour?
How was I to know today would be the day you'd reach out to me?
How could I let myself get caught into this? Damn, Patrick.
What's Patrick got to do with it?
I am such an idiot. What was I thinking? I mean, how could I let my guard down? I should have known that you were leaving.
You hardly
You
even
always do.
speak to me, all right? I've tried to reach out again and again. But how was I to know today would be the day of the great epiphany?
You know what? You're right. Why should I expect you to hang around for more than a couple days? I mean, you're only my father.
Robin, we don't even talk together anymore. Was I expected to stick around all this time?
Come on in. You guys were great at the party. It was a great idea.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry to barge in, but I had to move a crib into the spare room.
Oh,
For Little John?
Yep.
yes, he's going to be staying over a lot, and he's going to be leaving the hospital soon.
Michael, Morgan, why don't we go upstairs and have a look? Maybe there are stuffed animals we can let John use when he's here?
Yeah, but don't abuse those.
Does this mean you're going to buy the house next door?
Well, it's still up in the air.
I'm going to go upstairs and help Letitia. Don't go anywhere.
Wait to tell Simon?
I didn't have a better time to tell him. I was going to find out anyway. You should be very afraid.
Oh, you and John Durant. Well, I'll try not to humiliate you in court.
Okay, and I'll try to be gentle when I move in for the kill.
I'm sure you've considered the ramifications of this decision.
You know, there was no way to anticipate each and every possible reaction to this.
I don't think we have to anticipate any kind of reaction to this, Alexis. We've discussed it.
You don't have to work for him if it doesn't feel right to do it. There's no work anyway because Jason has taken over.
Not so sure it's that settled yet.
Happy birthday.
Hey, thank you. It's from Carly, so I'm gonna open it later.
I think Christina really wants you to open it.
Okay.
There's no question that I treated you badly. But I can't take the sole responsibility for the way you turned out. I mean, sometimes I can't even believe you're my daughter.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Your mother and I, we lived life with a passion.
Which is a lot easier to do when you don't have a kid to worry about.
You're missing my point. Anna and I, we lived. We weren't afraid to take chances.
My options are kind of limited, Dad. I'm HIV positive, and yes, I'm one of the lucky ones. The new medications have made my condition manageable. But people still die of this disease every single day. Just like Stone did, and all I could do was sit there and watch.
Is that what made you this way? The grief and the loss made you old before your time? Led you into this cold, frigid, cloistered life?
My what?
Look at you. Every day, it's a gift. Look at the way you treat it. You work like a slave. You have no friends. And you're afraid of your own shadow.
Oh, wait, I'm afraid? I love that. No, I just grew up. You never did. I understand the kind of dangerous world that we live in, and I chose to live in it anyway, with no parents to depend on. So don't you stand there and tell me that I'm afraid of my own shadow.
Why does everything I say have to finish in a fight?
Go to the Markham Islands, okay? Betray your best friend for $50,000, but don't bother sending me a postcard. I'm sure I'll be too busy living my cloistered, frigid life.
Chill the beer. I'm on my way to the airport.
Why can't this hospital buy pens that actually work?
Everything all right?
Yes. No. No.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Is Lucky still pushing therapy?
Lucky is pushing everything right now, especially me. He's so snappy and he's angry and I can't do or say anything right.
You skipped your break, didn't you? All right, well, we're taking one right now.
I keep telling myself that he doesn't mean the things that he says, that he's just worried about the money and he's in a lot of pain and he's on all this medication. But you know what? I work with patients who are on medication every single day and they don't attack me.
You aren't married to them.
I'm doing the best I can to take care of Lucky and to hold my family together. And I understand he's going through a lot, but you know what? So am I. And it's just one thing after another.
Does it help to know that Lucky's more miserable than you are right now?
Well, he's still responsible for what he says to me. And if he just listened to me and the doctors and stopped pushing himself so hard, he'd get better a lot quicker.
You're absolutely right. Lucky is being arbitrary and unfair because he's a macho jerk who hates feeling helpless. But he's your macho jerk. And deep down, he loves you like crazy, Elizabeth, and you know that. Which is why you'll forgive him.
All right. Thanks for reminding me.
Go to him. Tell him what you told me. Give Lucky a chance to make things right.
Oh.
I gotta go. We're gonna take this. Okay, thanks. All right.
Everything all right?
Any chance you can get your brother under control?
So you spoke with Elizabeth?
Yeah, she's really upset.
He was pretty short with her.
I want to go talk to him.
No, you have enough to deal with it. I'll handle it.
Are you protecting me from Lucky or him from me?
A little both, I suppose. And you're always the one that gets stuck playing peacemaker. I'll handle it for once. Besides, my life isn't the one that's in crisis at the moment.
I am so glad that party is over. Jason didn't show up, which just proves how tense everything is over there. And then your friend Alexis didn't help anything by showing up announcing that she's the new ADA.
Did you ever regret telling everyone that Jason was Michael's father?
What does that have to do with anything?
Would you do it again? If you felt that your reasons were justifiable?
I was wondering if you were ever going to tell me.
How long have you known?
Not long. Seems obvious in retrospect. You're not John's father. Nicholas is.
Michael sent home a piece of cake.
I'll call him. Michael knows that something is wrong, and I want him to know that I want to be a part of his life, or at least I'm going to try to be.
I know that you're doing what you believe is right in your heart, and I am with you all the way, no matter what happens next, okay?
Sonny won't give in. So I have to run the business. And I want you to know that our lives are going to be very different.
Okay. But in the meantime, just this one night, maybe we can have a little normalcy. I was thinking a movie? No? Chinese? Sick of that. A massage? I'll give you a massage.
Does it have to be in that order?
Oh, no.
Yeah. Mr. Escobar is back. Everybody's gone. You didn't seem that surprised by what Alexis said.
Durant's been after her for a long time. She kept turning him down.
What changed her mind?
She likes the idea of going up against me in court.
That doesn't bother you?
Not at all. I don't have to tell you, though, that Alexis is one hell of an attorney. From Carly? Well, it's subtle.
Carly's loyal to Jason. Always has been.
Even though the two of you were married for years? You have 2 kids?
Well, Jason was her first. And I got into the picture, did something that I shouldn't have. But that was a long time ago.
Maybe he's never gotten over it.
That's not what this is about, Rick. I thought we were family.
Well, you were, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing he can't take away from you.
You see, what this picture is all about, let me tell you what this picture is all about. Carly thinks that I have nothing without her and Jason. So she sends me this picture to throw it in my face. She's wrong.
I guess you just called.
I can hardly imagine.
My dad's changed his plans.
Of course. So where's it to now? Kathmandu, the Aleutians?
Papua New Guinea.
Oh, come on. We can do better than that.
Fine, don't believe me.
Let me give you some advice. The key to a good con is knowing when to let go.
Please don't go down there and hand my dad to these people just for money.
He'd do the same for me. But I'll give him your best and tell him how convincing you were. I mean, he'll be proud of you.
What's the big emergency?
I'm tired of hiding out from life. I'm gonna start telling people what I think and what I want. And what I want is you. Right now.
I saw a copy of the test at your place. The night I pretended Nicholas was on fire, he was about to see it.
Should have known. How'd you get the report? I mean, I paid the lab tech a fortune to leave town.
The records were still in Mercy Hospital's computer.
How did you convince them?
I told them I was Courtney's sister and we needed it for life insurance. I threatened investigation, lawsuit, and I bugged them enough to give me what I wanted.
Wow, unbelievable. Why'd you need it?
Were you ever gonna tell me?
I wanted to on several occasions.
I really wish you would have.
I didn't think it would be fair on you, Carly, to keep such a secret, okay? It was my problem. It shouldn't be yours. And what about Nicholas? Are you gonna tell him that he's John's biological father?
You just leave right, don't touch that. Just leave it right there.
Yeah, I guess that was Jason's job, wasn't it? Cleaning things up.
Jason had nothing when he came to me. Couldn't stay with his family. He had no life. Anger boy, that's what the
Baldwin.
Yeah, this police used to call him, right? I taught him everything about the business from the ground up. So everything he knows about it, he learned from me.
Yeah, well, you knew him better than anybody.
Good at taking orders, getting the job done.
Yeah, he's a real immediate guy. That's a good way to be.
But when it came to, you know, seeing what was going to happen, that's just not the way he thinks. He's good at putting out the fires, but not
projecting ahead.
Well, if he was, he never could have pulled a stunt like this.
Well, I'm going to take some responsibility because I let him steal my business and my associates right out from under me. Actually, they were supposed to be here now.
You think he's meeting with them?
They probably already have. They see me as a threat.
You are a threat.
Jason knows that in order to hold on to what he has stolen, he's gonna have to kill me.
I hope I didn't interrupt.
No, I was just going to get some dinner.
My door's always open to you.
Thank you.
So what do I owe this unexpected visit?
As I told you before, my people are glad you're taking over. We prefer dealing with you. We see a bright future, prosperous times for everyone. But we have one concern.
Which is?
I'm sure you'll agree that the transition needs to be seamless. There can be no chance for retaliation from other persons who may be involved.
What can I do to reassure you and your people?
Kill Sonny Corinthos.